Hello and welcome! Silrace here with some World of Tanks, and this is another episode of Not Good Enough, because, well, we all have bad games, we all have horrible games. Most of them do not get posted on YouTube or anywhere else on the online though, because it's like, I had a bad game, I just want to show all the good games, mastery badge games and all that stuff, and I am not the kind of person who really gives a damn if people laugh at how I do stuff, as long as I enjoyed whatever I was doing at the time, or had fun or whatnot, or it was a good challenge, one way or another. So this is Not Good Enough with a KV-4. This is not a tank I am personally very fond of, and by the time this video goes online on my YouTube channel, I probably have sold this vehicle away finally as well. Matchup is really nice though, because this tank absolutely dominates tier 6 and 7 tanks, and some or most of the tier 8 tanks have some difficulties dealing with it if they cannot get to its sides or rear. So you have to be a little bit careful when positioning and whatnot on this vehicle, because if something gets to your rear or your sides, you're vulnerable because you're slow, you're sluggish, and you are big. And also, hello IS-3, I'll take a fight with you at these ranges. Because, well, here I can hope to bounce some of those shots. That gun has big enough penetration to go through me frontally, especially the cupola on top. And that cupola on the top is also a big detriment on many maps, because you can't really do hill fighting very well. Because if you try to go hull down with this damn thing, they just shoot at the cupola on the top. And with some, well, tier 9, tier 10 guns at least can penetrate it just fine, even without any sort of premium ammo. However, this is a tier 8 matchup on Lakeville, so we don't have to worry about any of that. We have a nice little town here to fight in, and since all of these guys went elsewhere, it is just time to go in here and start, you know, poking them from behind. Let's not shoot through that car so this shot penetrate. And when you are in a machine which weighs 100 tons, always ram stuff when you get the chance to. As you can see, I did over 400 ramming damage to this thing, and I'm constantly moving and poking at it here still, because, well, it's all a tiny little bit of damage which adds up. And then there's a Tiger 2 who comes to ram him as well. Although I'm going to take this kill here though, because he starts pointing his gun at me, so there is that. And then I need to help this Tiger 2 with the Cromwell, who is sticking into the Tiger's, you know, rear. For whatever reason. The WZ, well, he goes that way. That's his choice. I'm just gonna go down here to deal with these dudes. Want more of these things? And an IS-3. I'll try to ram him here, but he dodges most of it, just a little bit of damage. But I get to behind him, so I'm fine with that. And in situations like this, for any aspiring KV-4 player, don't even try to turn your tank. You know, because you're just gonna give him flush shots at your sides and stuff. So I'm just holding my rear to this IS-3, and as you can see, I'm shooting the IS-3, you know, in the top of the turret. It is really weak. You can easily penetrate and damage it from there, and you are tall enough tank to see it from close ranges. Of course, the IS-3 is just going to penetrate you at those ranges as well. This armor is not well angled, it does nothing against that much penetration at close ranges. But as much as I have done in this town here, I kind of lost everything else on the map, as you can clearly see on the minimap, so figure I have to defend the base next. So let's turn the tank around and start heading that way. Also, I'm not exactly healthy, I've taken way too much damage in these town fights here, unfortunately so. But let's go back and see what we can do. T-71 starts heading for the artillery piece, which I am so about, I mean, could have helped defend, but then again, if he managed to take out the artillery piece, then yeah, that's the artillery piece not shooting at me when I try to defend the base. So it's kind of like one of those do I or should I things, make one choice or the other. It's one bad in some way or another, because obviously he's not back here to help me defend then. Although he has to kill a KV-1S and I try to help with that, but that shot goes way wide. So not too much help there. They are in our base, right? Artillery is about to die, and I am the only one left defending after that. So I'm reloading on high explosives here, because if you could saw there briefly, the Jag Tiger or 88 JT88 premium tank was on 26 health. So as long as I can hit it in a location where the splash damage does a little damage to the tank, it should be dying. And also look at this little chat here, because of course there has to be some hilarious chat in every single game, but this is just silly and I find it so very, very funny. Oh man. People are very strange when they play this game at times, I think. I mean, seriously, I was obviously camping that game. Like, what? Anyway. With the T-71 destroyed, I really had to go for this. Because Borsig, it's coming through the middle, right? And well, of course, I want to interrupt that cap. Now I get really lucky they both bounce off me, so I can finish off the Jag Tiger here. But I don't have the camo, and that's Borsig's shot whipping past me. I don't have the camo, I don't have the view range in KV-4 to really do much fighting against the Borsig. So I have to go for this guy, to avoid being in a crossfire, and you could argue not burning my repair kit right then and there to keep on advancing was the mistake that cost me this game. But at that time I thought I might need it even more against a, you know, lucky broken gun or broken ammo rack or something along those lines. And if that shot had been the killing blow, I could have won this. That wasn't going to be the case. There is the Borsig behind me, so I get this kill, and then I promptly finally get blown up because I got detracked, and there is not much I can do about that. So overall, got my Top Gun. Game went very well for me, but I would just say that I didn't do enough. I did not do good enough to win the game though. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this was at least a little educational, and if nothing else, could have been a nice bit of, you know, fun for you to watch. Someone still, you know, being blown up at the end of the game, even though having a pretty good game. As said, thank you very much for watching.